Hey, I'm Jake from TradeLab.ai, and in today's video, we're going to talk about where have I been? So a couple months ago, I was posting videos on TradeLab every couple of days, showing all the new features, and then I just sort of stopped posting. And that's because we've been working on the release. So TradeLab did officially release September 1st. We closed our beta and finally opened up subscriptions. So when we did release, we updated with a whole bunch of new features. So one of those, the biggest one is the new builder. So it's a brand new interface, does the same sort of things that it did before. You can build your own strategies, create your rules, edit logic, make different take and stop lines, DCAs, all that sort of stuff. Another thing that I worked on was the strategy list and trade improvements. So there's been quite a few improvements on the UI of looking for your strategies and monitoring them, as well as looking at all the statistics and that sort of stuff. So that is actually still in progress, but there's been quite a few improvements made on that. The subscription system and limits have also been put in, so you can now purchase subscriptions. You can go to the settings screen and check all of your limits and stats to see how many alerts that you're taking in, how many bots that you're running, exchanges that you have, that sort of stuff. The way that the limits are set up, you will, with the way that limits are set up now, if you do take in too many alerts, yeah, TradeLab will stop processing your alerts, and you'll have to wait till tomorrow whenever the alerts get reset. Of course, you can always upgrade and get more alerts, and if you get the pro account, you have unlimited alerts. All right. User migration from Google to AWS also happened. So we migrated all of our stuff. That was actually one of the last things on Google, Google Cloud, Google Firebase, and we moved all the users over to AWS. So if you did have any problems coming back to TradeLab and you have problems signing in, just send me a note via the ticket system, or you can also join us on Discord and send me a note there, and we'll get that taken care of for you. And we also did major backend optimizations. So things are looking a lot faster now. I've gotten a lot of feedback, a lot of compliments on how quick things are now. We do still have some more improvements to do, so things will get even quicker. However, things are looking good now. A lot more stable, a lot quicker. So since we've released some things to note about the people who helped us, beta users. So all the members were defaulted to the free plan on September 1st. So more information about the different plans you can find on our website. The free plan gives you 300 alerts a day, allows you to trade two open or two active trades at the same time, and you can run up to 6 different bots, all for free. One thing about the free plan is that you must sign up with an exchange referral. So when you set up your plan, you'll have to go to an exchange of your choice and create a new account with our referral code. This allows us to provide TradeLab for free forever. You won't have any expiration or anything like that. We'll be getting a small kickback of the fees for every trade that you make for you signing up with our referral plan. You won't have any extra fees. You'll be paying the same fees that you normally would. This just allows us to keep the service running and allows you to trade for free. Okay, beta members don't have to worry about that. So if you have been using it and you already have an exchange set up, I'm not going to make you get rid of your exchange and then, join us with the referral code. You can continue to use your setup that you already have. Yeah, so that's a thank you for helping us test. Okay. All right, so let's talk about what's coming up, the roadmap, what's coming up for TradeLab. We did just release, but there's still quite a bit more to do. I think that we have a great service right now with all the features that we're providing. However, there's more planned. So let's talk about what's coming up. First of all, I'm working on the P&L statistics. So the profit and loss has been a little wonky lately, and this is actually uh, as per plan. I planned this. So when we were developing this several months ago and working through some of the new exchanges and the new features we were adding, the P&L, which used to work and used to be accurate, started becoming not accurate. And that's simply because of all of the stuff that we were adding. And I plan to add even more stuff. And so I made a decision, instead of chasing after the profit and loss and making sure that it was accurate all the time, I would take a break and I would tell everybody, hey, if you could just use the exchange and look at the exchange to see your profit and loss and trust that, so that I could continue to add all the features and stuff that I needed to. And then at the end, come back and go through all of the profit and loss and make sure that it's correct. So that's exactly what I'm doing right now. Okay, so that's in progress. I'm also making a lot of videos. So this is the first video of me back saying, hey, where have I been? But there's a lot more videos of the new builder coming, showing all of the stuff that I used to do in the old builder and how to do it in the new builder. It's pretty much the same, but it'll be good to have new videos to show everybody. Okay, so some of the next things that are coming up is gonna start probably next month, late October maybe, maybe early November, and that's gonna be TALib and charts, as well as stock and forex markets. So, first of all, stock and forex markets are probably gonna come soon. They're going to be one of the first things that I start working on, and that's might come with a MetaTrader integration. I'm still weighing the options. I know a lot of people use MetaTrader, and I want to go ahead and integrate with that. That would require downloading a version of like the TradeLab MetaTrader, plugin. You would have to run that on your computer and run it with MetaTrader. TradeLab by itself is a cloud-hosted system, so the idea is you can trade with TradeLab and shut your computer off and throw it out the window, and we'll still make trades for you. The problem with MetaTrader is if we do that, you now have to be running your computer all the time, or you have to get a VPS. And so, we're still weighing the options of that. The best thing we'd like to do is to integrate many different brokers for stocks and forex into TradeLab. Quickly, and just have it built in. MetaTrader allows us to get access to all of those very quickly in one step without having to integrate multiple brokers and spending that time to do so. So we're weighing our options there, but that's coming. I also am working on TALib. So TALib is a library that allows me to take in the technical information, so RSI, ATR, volume, those sorts of things from a chart. So I would be getting the chart from the exchange, and I would be running it through this library to give me all of that information. I can then store that on a separate server and then have you guys call that. So what this basically means is you won't have to rely on alerts anymore. So if you have a TradingView subscription and you're using it to send alerts, you may not need that in the future, as we'll start using live data from the exchange using TALib. We will still support alerts and everything that we do today. This is an addition. We aren't taking anything away. This is just additional live data that you'll be able to use. There will be some limits as to how much you can use the live data, maybe on a free account versus a pro account, that sort of thing. And we'll discuss that more as we get closer. That's probably coming closer towards the end of the year. We also have charts coming, and with charts, we're going to have back testing as well. I forgot to put that down, but we're doing back testing. That's coming probably at the beginning of next year. And the charts is not only for back testing, but it'll allow us to visualize things a lot better. I'll be able to draw your lines on the chart. Your variables can be drawn on the chart as well. And you'll be able to see when alerts come in, and I'll plot those on the chart as well. So should be pretty interesting to see that. And we're also going to be doing private sharing. Private sharing allows you to monetize your strategies, sharing them to only the people that you want, so that you could perhaps monetize them on your own Discord channel or something like that. And that's actually a precursor to many of the things that we have planned coming up. So we do have future opportunity for creators. We are doing this in two different plans, and this is more coming next year. So this is going to be a long-term plan. We are talking to some creators now, and starting to develop these programs. So if you are a creator and you're interested, now might be a good time to contact us. because we're sort of making those early deals and figuring those things out with those creators. Okay, so here are the two different ways as a creator that you can work with TradeLab. The first is a creator plan. So this allows you to create your own TradeLab.ai plan centered around your strategies. So we'll give you basically a wholesale price on TradeLab, and we'll say, okay, you can combine this with your strategies so that you can make a final price. So if you're selling your strategies for $20, you could combine that with ours to make different packages ranging from 20, 30, and $40 is our wholesale price. So add that to your $20 and you could be offering a bot for $40, $50, and $60, depending on the features that you want. We will talk about more of the as we get closer. Like I said, this is a far in the future thing, but this is something that we are working on with creators to basically give them the ability to provide a bot just for their strategy. So the idea here is it's a lot cheaper, right? And we're actually allowing unlimited active trades. So you're going to be able to trade as much as you want and have as many trades open as you want. The catch here is that if you buy one of these plans, you are completely limited to the strategies that the creator has made. So you'll get all the strategies pre-set up. It'll be super easy, be already ready in your account. But you won't be able to go to community strategies and find somebody else's strategy or do those sorts of things. It'll be specifically made for the strategies that you bought from that creator. Okay, so that's one way to do it. And for creators, this allows you to lock your users to your ecosystem, so that you're not telling everybody to go use TradeLab and then they end up finding somebody else's strategy and using theirs instead of yours. Those sorts of things. So if you're worried about that, this is one way to sort of lock down your ecosystem. We also have been talking about the ability to do a white label system. So for a little bit more, and I haven't figured out those prices yet, but if you wanted to have, your bot, no trade lab, no, logo anywhere, your logo, your name, your bot, and it's your platform at that point, all locked down, all to you. We'll be able to do that as well. Okay. We also have the marketplace. This is the second type. And so this is going to come next year as well. And this is something that allows us to give back to creators and allow them to sell their strategies on a marketplace. Now, the thing is, if you want to sell your strategy based on a subscription, like $15 a month or something, you can definitely do that. And we'll funnel those people to you, and you can sort of monetize that yourself. We might also create some sort of subscription plan that you can actually take and monetize through our marketplace. However, that's one way to do it, and you can advertise those subscriptions in our marketplace. The other way to do it, though, is I've seen a lot of traders want to offer copy trading and offer their strategies to people, but they want to get paid for every trade that's made. So if I copy your strategies, instead of paying you $15 a month, every trade that I make, you get a little money. Now, the thing about TradeLab is we don't take fees for when you trade. And while sometimes we get fees, we don't always get fees. It has to do with referrals and that sort of stuff. And so it's not really feasible for us to give fees, or do fee matching whenever somebody's copy trading with a creator strategy. However, we did want to come up with a way to pay creators on every trade that's being made. So what we came up with was the creator fund. So what the creator fund is this allows us to earmark a certain amount of money every month. And then that money will basically be split up based on how many trades were made with creator strategies. And then if you made, more trades than somebody else, you'd be getting paid more. The cool thing about this is that it does scale along with the platform, and it scales with the trades. So you're getting paid as people trade. And the other cool thing is this is actually free for traders. So as a strategy creator, you're going to get paid, And for traders, they don't have to pay extra to use your strategy. Instead, we're going to make all those strategies what we call premium strategies, and they're going to be available on the pro subscription or perhaps other subscriptions. And at that point, what that does is it encourages people to upgrade from maybe a free account to, say, the pro subscription, and then they can use any of the premium strategies made by all the talented creators. They don't have to pay any extra money, and creators still get money from us because we're going to be making more money with those subscriptions, and we can, grab some of that money and funnel them out to create. Okay. So that's how we're looking to do that. This is all still up in the air. Things might change. I'm not guaranteeing anything, but this is what we've been working on. This is what we've been thinking about. And so wanted to share it with you guys today. Okay, let's talk about artificial intelligence. So we have just a couple other things that are on the roadmap, and a couple of these things are coming soon, and a couple of these things are coming, a long ways away. So let's talk about that. TradeLab AI is all about AI, artificial intelligence, and what really separates us in the long run is going to be using our AI tools to help make your trading better. So one of those tools is the Market Shaper engine. So this is something that I've talked about in a couple different AMAs. I won't go too deep into it, but basically this is a sentiment analysis tool that will eventually learn what strategies are good with what different markets, and then turn off and on your strategies based on the market conditions. So if you're trading BTC and one strategy is working really well with it, and then the market conditions start to change, we can actually sense that automatically via this AI tool, and we can shut one strategy off and turn on another strategy that would be better in that condition. Okay. So that's actually coming somewhat soon, and it's going to be expected at the end of this year or at the beginning of next year. Okay, that actually goes hand in hand with the TAlib stuff. So I actually already have this all ready. I just need to get TAlib set up, and then we should be ready to go. Okay. The next AI initiative that we have is the AI rule tester and assistant. So this is what I've called the Timmy bot in the past. If you can imagine just a little bot named Timmy, and what he likes to do is build strategies. I built this entire system with these AI tools in mind, and so if you look at the strategy builder, you're building strategies with rules and they're little blocks, right? So every block is a rule, and you can combine the blocks together to make a strategy. Well, I made that because Timmy, as a bot, is like a little bot that likes to build with Legos. So he gets those blocks and puts them together, and he can make different strategies, tweaking things. Well, the idea is you'll have a little chat box down in the bottom of the builder. And if you are having trouble with drawdown, or you're not getting the exit that you want, you could go talk to Timmy and say, "Hey, my DCAs aren't working. I need some way to reverse out," or something like that. And he will take keywords of that, understanding what he can with natural language processing, and then he'll create a plan on how to grab your blocks and modify them. Add a block here, remove a block, change this block to this. And he'll do that 100 times. And then he'll get those 100 different strategies that he modified, and he'll back test them in the background. So then you come back maybe a couple hours later. It'll take us some time to crunch all those numbers. You come back and he'll say, "Hey, I've looked at all of these different possibilities, and I found that if you add this block and you change this, you'll get 20% better entries or exits, or whatever we're talking about." And then you just say, "Hey," he's like, "Hey, do you want me to make these changes?" You just say yes. And then he goes ahead and makes those changes, and you're good to go. So that's what's coming up. This is a much longer thing. I'd love to have this going towards the end of next year. But it's something that I am going to need help with. And as we grow the company, this is one of our bigger goals. Okay. So, all right. Well, I really appreciate everybody taking the time to go over all that with me. I'm really excited that we've released, and I hope you look forward to a bunch more videos coming out. If you like this, please give a like, subscribe for more updates, and we'll talk to you later. See you next time.